One of the biggest hurdles that traders face is knowing what to trade. You'll look at a chart of a stock you think will be a good trading stock. You'll paper trade it for a week and then go live on it the next week. The paper trading will go great and the live trading will go horribly. What you often then end up with is inconsistency and a ton of frustration. I'm Steven. I'm a former market maker and arbitrage expert. For those of you who watch my videos regularly, sorry for the no face video. I'm in Miami in my bathing suit, and I didn't think that was really anything anybody would want to see. So let's jump into this what do you trade discussion. You can trade a set list of 5 to 10 stocks that you trade basically every day or looking at every day. The benefits of doing that are that you get to know the company so you can trade them through earnings and through news announcements because you know how the stock behaves. The downside of trading a set list or just a couple of stocks is that you need volatility to make money trading stocks. I don't know how many traders I've seen hit a wall because they're trading one stock, and when the volatility dries up in that stock, they'll go for weeks just getting chopped up all the time. Friday gave an opportunity to trade certain names because of news. This is the flip side of that, having a list to trade. So the other thing you can do is seek out volatility, often via news. So Friday, everyone knew there was going to be a tariff announcement by the Supreme Court at around 10 a.m. Personally, I was on a plane to Miami, so I wasn't trading this. But the first thought and the first stock I would have looked to trade was Amazon. They would be either a beneficiary of the tariff news, or if the decision was against them, allowing the tariffs to stand, Amazon would have moved lower. So this is a perfect example of being able to trade on news in a large stock that has lots of volume and sort of controlled volatility. When I say volatility, I'm not talking about go out and jump into the next penny stock you find and try to trade something that doesn't have volume. You need volatility, but you also need liquidity. And Amazon gave that into this news event. You had a nice power bar that moved off of the 20, this rising 20. For me, if I had been trading this, entry would have been right in here with a stop with this size of power bar, probably either at the 20 or about 20% into the bar here. And yes, usually for a power bar for me, I'm using the base of the power bar. That's sort of the standard stop would be there. But for a large power bar, I'll go 20% into the power bar. If you get a reversal and it takes out 80% of your power bar, there's a very high probability the trade's not going to work anyhow. A pullback like this to the, say, 30 to 40 to 50% is fine. But once it pulls back further than that, it's going to have a tough time continuing the move. Amazon didn't pull back after the announcement. It just kept running up for a good 3 points. And then, like most of the market, basically went sideways from there. There was also a power bar right after the open in Amazon. Again, with the news anticipation, I think the odds on Kalshi that I looked at before I left of the tariffs being struck down, which again is positive for Amazon, was something between 60 and 70%. It was fairly high. So you had buying on that anticipation of the announcement, and then you had the announcement. So again, what type of news is coming out? what stock is going to either benefit or be harmed by it. Look for power bars off the 20, and essentially that's your trade, right? If you try to trade the Qs off of this, it looked like this, right? It reversed immediately because the news wasn't specific to the Qs, right? It's specific to a massive retailer. So it's important when you're looking at news events that you're picking stocks, if that's, again, the way you decide to go, that are directly and most impacted by that news event. So those are kind of the two ways you can go at a high level. Again, choosing a list and trading the stocks on the list, or going with volatility and news events and just picking kind of the stock of the day that has news that's going to get it moving. But if you do that, again, remember you need liquidity, with the news event. I did a cheat sheet for this power bar trade that I talked about a little bit. I didn't really go into how it works. I did a cheat sheet that describes how it works. If you want a copy of that for free, comment power in the comments below. I use this indicator that I designed for the power bar that gives longs and take profit levels for power bars off the 20 in the direction of the trend. If there's no trend, then those power bars can go either way. But I use this indicator to pick out those power bars off the 20. There's a link to that in the description below. It's a light week for me because I'm on vacation, but I'll try to do a couple more videos this week for you guys describing kind of what I see with a couple of different stocks. If this video was helpful to you, please hit like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.